The fruits of your labor is going to produce leads, customers, and new team members. Now, show of hands, nobody shout out, please. Some of the places that you go on a daily or weekly basis. To be fair, we'll take 2 from this side, and we'll take 2 from that side. And Rosa, would you help us out by writing the responses on that board?
What's these talk?
The bank. Work.
Doctor's office.
School.
Very good. Thank you very, very much. Watch as Rosa and I role play turning an everyday opportunity into an extraordinary opportunity and possibility. Now, I will warn you, our role play is going to be based on best case scenario, okay? Good morning. I see you here every time I stop in to get my coffee. You must need coffee as much as I do. Do you work here in the neighborhood?
Sure I do. I'm a data analyst, just a couple of blocks away from here, so I need coffee every single morning.
Wow, that sounds like it's a really interesting job. How do you like working there?
It was fun when I started, now it's a drag.
If you had your choice, what would you prefer to be doing?
I don't know. Something where I can talk to more people on a daily basis.
What if I could show you a way to make money, have fun, and have that people interaction?
That sounds good.
My name is Linda, and I am a sales leader with Avon. Now, I know we're in line getting coffee, but if you have a minute, I'd love to sip and enjoy our coffee and tell you a little bit about it.
I'm Rosa, and that sounds wonderful. You know what? I don't have to be at work until later this morning.
Yay! Let's get our coffee and go have a seat. I'm happy. Yeah!
What is she getting me into? Do I really want to sit here? Or should I just leave? Okay, I'll sit.
So, Rosa, tell me about your day-to-day job.
Well, you know, I need the money, but I work long hours. And the worst thing, I'm behind a computer. I don't get to see nobody.
I know what you mean. I left my job 5 years ago because I was feeling unfulfilled. I wasn't making the money I wanted to be making, and quite frankly, I really didn't like my boss. I wanted to work for somebody, well, somebody like me, so that's what I did.
Maybe I should come and just work for you.
Wouldn't you rather work for yourself?
Yes. Is it hard to join?
It's not. I will support you and show you success. And I'll also help you as you build your Avon business. And Avon even helps. They have $1,000 that you can earn in 90 days with their Kickstart program. How does that sound?
Whoa, wait, that should really help. Can we get started?
We definitely can. Do you have internet on your phone?
Yes, I do.
Let's do it. Now, as you watch Rosa and I role play, what key step or steps did we use? So of the 5 key steps, which steps do you think that we use? Okay. Okay, so what do you think that we did well? Hopefully something. Who said everything? Yay! Okay, and what could we have done better? Oh, I love this audience. Oh, thank you. You guys are being easy on us.
Now let's talk about barriers. Look at those looks. Barriers are temporary roadblocks that will prevent us from reaching our highest level. So, by a show of hands, what are some barriers that you have overcome that help you be successful? And I'll take 2 answers on this way and 2 answers on this side.
Talking to strangers.
Woo-hoo, show what you got. She just got a goodie.
One of the biggest things I've had the trouble with is finding time and talking to people who say they can't afford it, but I've always been able to tell them that we have all kinds of good deals, and if they wait for the right campaign, they can get it a lot cheaper than it is now. So, and I've been successful in doing that. We're fairly new at it, but we're getting better as we go along.
Awesome. And we'll take these 2 answers on this side. Janice has a gift.
Not accepting no.
Woohoo!
Having team members who want to keep moving forward.
Based on the answers you gave us and the list that you see in here, these are behavioral challenges that we encounter. Can we overcome them? Yes, we can. It takes time and practice, just like any other talent. For an example, when you were learning how to drive a car, it didn't happen overnight. You had to practice and practice until you became a better driver. I hope, right? Listen as how Linda and I share how we overcame our barriers.
Well, for me, a really big barrier was I did not want to be pushy. And here is a true story. I was at a meeting, it was a leadership meeting, and there was a very successful Avon representative in our district, and she had been in direct sales a long time. And after the meeting, I saw her dash out of that meeting, walking up to trucks and cars and getting their follow-up information and sharing Avon. I was like, oh my goodness. Disbelief in myself started creeped in because I was really, really shy. I know, I'm on stage. I was really shy and I didn't want to be pushy. And to be quite honest with all of you in here, after I saw that, I actually thought about leaving Avon because I thought I would have to be her in order to be successful with Avon. And then I thought about it. I really thought about it. I love Avon. I love the products. I love this company. So I said, you know what? I have to figure out how to make this work for me. And that's what I did. How about you, Rosa? Any other barriers?
This is familiar for a lot of you. Shyness. Yes, I come from a previous shop where I had to do sales, but everything was done over a phone. So I was not really having face-to-face sales. And as you know, in Avon, it's all about face-to-face. So I was very shy. I didn't know what to do, and I decided to practice because that's what my mentor had taught me. By the way, she's in the room. So I started practicing, and it was kind of embarrassing. I didn't know how to practice. Guess who became my best friend? My bathroom mirror. I would plug myself in and practice and just talk and talk to the restroom and the mirror, to the point where my kids will have to come and say, "Mommy, are you okay in there?" And I will say, "Yes." Eventually, I feel comfortable to the point where I can hand out a brochure. But guess what? I wanted to run away and just hide. And then the second step, I was able to hand out the brochure and start a little conversation here and there. So I went back to keep practicing in that bathroom until actually I was comfortable to talk about Avon business and get their personal information to follow up.
Did you have another barrier?
Yes, prejudging. When I started this business, I was always thinking, they're not gonna wanna buy Avon. All the ladies go to the mall and get their stuff. How am I gonna offer this opportunity? Well, I joined because I was a heavy shopper. So I knew the product left and right, and that's how I started. I said, well, the way I'm gonna advertise my business, it's gonna be me talking about what I love. And then I noticed there's men out there as well. How I was gonna sell that to the men? Well, I have a husband. So he had to try all the men product, and that helped me and gave me the self-confidence to talk to men and also sell the product. How about you, Linda? I know you have another one.
Oh, lack of success. I knew from the time I became an Avon representative, I wanted to be a senior executive unit leader because I saw the money that these individuals were making, and they were making a 6-digit income, and I wanted that. Now the title has been changed to executive leader, but I will tell you, I would get close, and then it seemed like I was so far away. I'd get close and start getting excited, and something would happen, and I just seemed like it was like so far away. And lack of believing in myself again kind of came into play, and it was like, you know what though? I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to give up. And I didn't. So if I had the best advice I can give to all of you in this room is I want you to believe in yourself. And I want you to take any barrier that's in your way, and like Rosa and I did, knock them out of the way one by one so you can have the business that you want.
So, with the skills, the knowledge, and attitude, you can overcome them the same way that we did ours. Developing trust. Now that you know where to find customers and also recruits, and the most important thing, how to overcome barriers to get you to your goals, let's move on and discuss how to develop trust with your customers and your recruits. How did you feel when you were with someone who paid close attention to you, listened, and truly focused on you? Did you feel valued? Show hands. Understood? Focus on you? You want your customers and your recruits to feel the same way, right? Yes. They should feel like they are the only one in the room. By doing this, you're building trust and a solid relationship. Overcoming objections.
Now I can see. I couldn't see earlier. Okay. Overcoming objections. Let's talk about that. Objections are statements or they could even be questions that require more information. So some of the objections I have heard are, I'm too busy, let me think about it, let me talk to my husband, let me talk to my wife, sorry, I don't have time. Have any of you in this room heard any of those barriers? Yes. Any other similar barriers as well? Exactly. Now watch as Rosa and I role play getting an objection in the grocery store line. Now again, we realize that we are doing a best case scenario. Okay? Oh, I have to get Oh, I was looking for my waters and they're up here. Because I'm going to go in this grocery store line and I'm going to buy water just so I can talk to Rosa. Hi, how's work going for you today?
It's okay. How about yours?
Great. How do you like working here?
Well, he pays the bills. You know how it is.
I do, but thankfully I actually love going to work now.
Huh, that's always nice to hear.
Yes, it is.
So what did you do?
I have my own Avon business.
Avon? I love Avon.
Really? If you love Avon, have you ever thought about being an Avon representative?
Oh, no, not really. I'm too busy with work and then my family.
I know, I understand. I used to feel that same way until I found out how easy it is to have an Avon business. I know that you're busy right now, but I would love to take a minute to share with you how you can earn money with Avon on your own time and have a great time doing it.
Huh, that sounds very interesting. I get out at 6.
Wonderful. Well then, why don't I text you my information? You can text me yours, and I will come back at 6. I know you have been on your feet all day, so I think there's a coffee shop next door. Why don't we stop in there and have a cup of coffee?
That sounds awesome. I'll see you at 6 because I gotta hurry up. My boss is watching.
Wonderful. Okay, shh. Okay, she doesn't know this, but right now, I'm so happy. I'm looking at my clock. Is it 6 o'clock yet? I'm so happy. Wait, it's 6 o'clock. Time to go back. Of course, she's not gonna know how excited I am.
What is she gonna do today?
Hi, Rosa. How was the rest of your day?
Oh my God, Linda, it was a very terrible day. I was missing $1.45 on my register. Guess what? My boss made me count it several times until we found that $1.45.
Oh my goodness, have you been on your feet all day? Like you really needed that.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. So Rosa, let me ask you, what do you know about being an Avon? About Avon?
Not much. I love the product, and my mom used to use Avon as well.
What do you know about being an Avon representative?
Huh, that's new to me. Nothing at all.
Let me show you. I have this really great flyer in front of me, okay? Rosa, how would making $1,000 in the next 90 days sound to you?
Whoa, that sounds awesome.
Would you like to get started now?
Of course.
Let's do this. Do you have internet on your phone?
Yes, I do.
Let's get you started. Okay, for that role play, what key steps did we use? Anybody? If I raise a hand, what key steps did we use?
you. Oh, here we go. Didn't they do great? Oh my gosh. Wouldn't it be nice if it was that easy? Rosa, you were so good. All right, what did they do?
She stayed connected.
Thank you for sharing. So they stayed connected. What are you looking for, Linda? What you did or specifics of the steps?
Well, for the 5 key steps,
All
what
right,
was the
so which
focus?
step would that have been? She was brave. Raise your hand.
And in the grocery store, didn't we? What were you? And you're right. All these answers are right because we did do all of these things. But at this stage of the presentation, we really were.
Objection.
And like we just said, really we were using all the key steps, but that was really the emphasis on this.
Without them getting in trouble with their bosses.
Oh,
How
and-
do you get the information from your potential future recruit?
And that's a great question. And at the end, we're going to try to do a Q&A at the end, so that way we can get through all the material. So we will hit you first on that. And if not, see me afterwards, and I'll be happy to share that with you as well.
You showed general concern about her situation.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so what did we do well? Yay, I really like you being in the front. No, are you sure we didn't pay you? Now, was there anything that we could have done better? Wow, I hope our next audience is as good as you guys.
You could have bought her coffee. You could have bought her coffee, Linda. Since she started.
You know
She
what?
got us.
And on that our next presentation, I am going to buy that coffee. Great point.
You could have given her footworks.
I could have brought her a gift. Yes. But the gift of Avon, because I offered that to her, isn't that a gift all by itself? That I offered it. Right. And I didn't prejudge who might this be for and who it might not be. This poor woman was getting chewed out over $1.45. Okay? Last one. Tammy, does she have a comment, or you guys are done? Okay. Overcoming objections with class. You are going to want to respond to the concerns, describe and present the strengths of the opportunity, product, and turn an objection, a no, into a positive situation. So, has everyone found all 3 fish? Yay! Okay. So, let's have a little bit of fun. Does anybody see the fish on this page? Isn't he just the cutest? Okay.
So now, who has all 3 fishes ready and filled out? If you have any blank ones, don't say anything. Fill them out. Nobody's watching. Make sure your neighbor doesn't see what you're writing in your fish. Now, I need you to fold the fish tail so that when your fish is face down, you see the tail information, which is relationship, occupation, and activity, facing you.
Can you get some handballs from
Okay, so now we are going to play our Go Fishing game. So, what we are going to do is we are going to break out in groups of 4 to 6. And so, with the activity, we want to make sure that we form these quickly so that we can move on and get through more information. So what we're going to do is have the first row stand up and turn around and face the road behind them. And Rosa will show a demonstration here on the end for everybody. And then the second row does nothing, and then the third row will turn around, and you're going to want to get into groups of 4 to 6.
This row here will stand up and turn around. Thank you.
And the people in the rows that are not turning around, you still get to stand up. We're wanting you to have some exercise during this.
Just you. Your row. Then this row over here. And this row over here. Thank you.
Can you find they're in the front.
Okay, so everybody should be in groups of 4 to 6. And we are wanting one person in each of the groups to volunteer to start. So whoever's going to volunteer to start, raise your hand. So each of your groups have one person that's volunteering to start. And so here are the rules, okay? The starting player, the person who volunteered to start, okay, is going to call out a relationship, occupation, activity. Now, you're going to try not to call out what you have on your card, because if you call out what you have on your card, then you're going to have to X out your fish too. So, what happens is that the person who goes around, when they call out a relationship, occupation, or activity, whoever has that will draw an X through their fish. Everyone turns over all the fish that match the relationship, occupation, activity called out, and when all the matching fish have been turned over, well, not turned over, have their X, then the next person will take a turn calling out a relationship, activity, or occupation. And you will draw an X when yours is called out. And then the goal is, when all your fish have been caught, or you have an X drawn through all 3 of your fish, you are out. And the goal is to be the last person with at least 1 fish that has not been X'd out, and you are going to be the winner. So, you get started playing, and we're timing you out. We got 7 minutes, so get going.